So Matt, we go from the highs of last week against March to quite possibly one of the worst performances I imagine that you will say that you've seen in a long time down there.
Yeah, your eyes don't lie, do they? And it's absolutely, it's one of them, and it's a funny old game, as they say. Sort of after the Lord Mayor's show. No complaints from me today whatsoever. I said it last couple of weeks running. You know, you have 6-7 good ones, you have one indifferent one. That was way below indifferent. They know that. We weren't at the races. I keep going on about being at the races, but from as soon as we walked in at 1:30, I knew we was nowhere near. We want to have all the banter off the pitch. It's all about doing it on the pitch when you work across that white line for me. And today, none of them wanted to do that. We didn't win a first, we didn't win a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. I don't think we won anything. All over the park, and that's not like us. Not like my changing room at all. But like you say, we put everything into last week. Had a nice evening Wednesday, took the boys out for some food. Can't imagine that'll be happening again. Just said to them in there, they've done me over today. Just be prepared for Wednesday.
And really there's no positive to come out from it at all. And worse news, Brooksy being sent off 90th minute, banned for next week, possibly a couple of weeks later. Your defence is sort of like at low on numbers anyway. What do you do now then? Yeah,
it's 0 to 0 in a week, isn't it? And that's, you know, what can you do? What can you say? It's a daft tackle. He knows that. He's frustrated. He's flying in, last man. It's always going to be a red card if you miss the ball. Yeah, we've lost Owen, obviously. He's gone back to America this week, so it leaves another body short. And yeah, we're low on confidence at the back. It's up to me, innit? I've got to go out and go through the black book, I suppose, and see what I can find and trawl through it and hopefully come up with miracles that probably won't happen. But regardless of that, or who I can bring in, or what, and we've got such better lads and better performances in us. It's just today we didn't show it, and like you say, there's absolutely zero positives to come out of it. And when you say, and I mean zero positives, called it in the warm-up again, and even before they scored the first goal, I said, you've got 5 minutes, otherwise we're going to be 1-0 down. And I think it was about a minute and a half later, we were 1-0 down. You see it coming, I've been in football long enough, you see it coming, and we get deeper and deeper, and your units get more and more stretched. And they had, to be fair to them, they had some good players that could play in midfield, and they just kept getting it. And I go on to my lads about playing on the half turn all the time. They had that, where they would open out and look to go through the other door. We didn't do any of that. And we just kept kicking it high. I could be here all night. I really could be here all night, but I don't want to be.
When you look as well, you had corners, you had enough corners, and actually you didn't create a chance from a single corner today or a long throw from that. Do you take it that it's potentially a desire to get the heads on the ball in a difficult situation?
There wasn't any desire, was there? There wasn't any desire. Our set pieces, you know, weren't as good as what they have been today. I expect that. You're not going to be on the money every time. You know, you'd like to be, I keep saying, but we're not. We're step 5. And like, it's just desire. It was just dire from start to finish. Where do we go? I don't know.
I was going to say, my next question was, what do you change? What can you do as a manager to change that at 1:30 when they come through the door, that they are on it and everything else? I mean, is there anything that you think that you can actually do differently that will try and get the consistency between last week and this week?
I can only prepare as best we can. Give them all the information. They've had the information today. We knew what Ashby were going to do. Okay, they've come, and we've had a report on them. Listen, they just keep putting it in areas. They win the first, and then they put it in another area and win that one, and they play off that. We had enough play today to still come out of a result. Let's not forget that. We had enough play and enough chances and balls in the box, corners. They were just awful. So we didn't really test them. Can't remember their keeper making a save. One of them days, I suppose, you have to push under the carpet and go again. But as for a team that have come so far last week to put in that, You know, even if you get a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10, you can half understand it. But that's a -6, and I'm laughing. It's that bad, you know. I'm not even angry. Normally I'd be angry, and I'm not even angry. I just feel like, what the hell just happened?
And looking ahead to next week, FA Cup first qualifying round, you know, it'd be great. No, was it? Sorry. First preliminary round. You know, if you could turn in that performance against Step 4 team, it's going to be cricket score.
Oh wow! I mean, if we could, and I said it, didn't I, at the Pinterest game? I said if we turn up like this for March, it'll be a bad day. We didn't, so let's hope we can do that again. Because, like you say, against the Step 4 side, I don't know anything about them. Obviously, they're not at our level, so you know it's not one where we're going to have to go and watch, or add someone to watch them. So all I know is that I hope I've got the characters in my changing rooms that don't let that happen 2 games in a row. Because that'd be a worry. That'd be a huge worry. If that happened 2-3 times in a row, you'd be going, whoa, hang on a minute, what's going on here? I did say you might get an indifferent one, but like I said before, that's less than indifferent.
And you're not likely to get anybody coming in for an FA Cup game because they'd be cup tied. So really, you are dealing with what you have got here. Would be who'll be on the pitch next week. So it is just getting over this. Right, okay, draw a line under it and move on now. You can't go back now.
That's all we can do, is draw a line under that, move forward, go home, have a you know, myself included, have a long look in the mirror and go, what can we do better? How can we improve? And how can we turn up? And hopefully that'll be good enough.
Perfect.